You can do it. Should we do ASMR?
Okay, it's recording. Wait, is the time? Do you see?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to Something Feral, the podcast where three friends watch, eat, and talk trash. We are your hosts. I am Kate.
I'm Brianna.
I am Blaze. Auntie Blaze, for short.
Auntie Blaze. Captain Blaze.
Captain Blaze, Auntie Blaze. I wear many hats.
I figured we just start and talk about why we're doing this.
Yeah, it's because we don't want to work.
And we all think we're really funny.
We are really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anywho, the reason that we're doing this is because we don't want to work. We have decided that we all deserve to not have jobs.
Outside of our independent podcast.
Correct.
We're all
creatives. We're all extremely funny. I mean, I'm a December Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Neurodivergent queens.
Hell
Yes.
yes. All heavily medicated.
Yeah, finally.
No longer raw dogging life.
No.
That's true, yeah.
I've been sort of raw dogging life lately.
I mean, I feel like
But you can,
It's fine.
not
It's a
raw
choice.
dog it later.
I mean, I'm not off my meds. Let me be clear. I'm just doing dry January.
Boo.
not for me.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. I need something. Let me have some control over something in my life.
Should we tell the podcast why we want to start a podcast? Do we want to get into it?
I don't know that I want to share.
I think it's important for us to be our true selves.
We don't have to share
Can I
details.
say we had some job changes?
I mean, I'm fine with talking about being laid off.
I'm comfortable talking about a job change.
Okay. I'm comfortable talking about being laid off. But yeah, we had obviously a lot of life changes this year. I think life changes is a good way to put it.
Yeah, we've all had many life changes.
Many life changes this year. And we kind of naturally fell into this cadence of meeting once a week.
Yeah, Feral, it started with Trash Mondays when Blaze and I lived together, because that was our trash day, and it was, like, the one evening that we, like, got together.
When, like, 600 Pound Life was on and stuff, too, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't that
we
on
watched
Mondays?
that.
Those
and
the cable days?
Too large.
Too large.
And also My Strange Addiction.
Right, yeah.
We love a
Intervention.
show with a hot doctor. Mm-hmm. Or a for real doctor, like Dr.
Dr.
Now.
Dr. Now, our king.
God and Savior.
Yeah. Sorry, we got off track. That will happen.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of this, is that the reason we want to do the podcast, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but I think one of the other reasons is that we really have found the joy in rot.
And I think we've also, like, done a really good, in, like, a serious note, like, I feel like we've also done a really good job, like, prioritizing spending time together.
Yeah,
and, like, our friendship and, like, not letting things get in the way of, like, this time that is important.
Yeah. I mean, we've been friends. I've known you for, oh gosh, almost 30 years.
Yeah, it's going on 3 decades.
It's going on 30 years. Don't scoff. We're going on
They're old.
25.
Yeah, you're not far behind.
No, I'm 15.
Okay.
She's just a girl.
And
Just a child.
Just a young cat.
This is actually our daughter.
Yes, they were teen moms.
Yeah, so we've known each other a really long time, and that friendship has stayed pretty consistent. I mean, obviously there's been moves and things in between and distances, but I don't think that I don't think the three of us have had any spats, have we?
No, you and I.
You
had a
guys
spat,
fight
but there's
a lot.
many
When did
a
we
time
have
ago.
not a real spat, though? Not like we're not friends anymore spat.
No, it's more like sisters fighting.
I mean, maybe you've had spats with me, but I don't have any recollection.
No,
of
I'm only
spats.
there's
It's
only
like Sagittarius energy.
I'm thinking of, like, in college, we got into it.
I don't
And
remember
we're, like, pissed off at each other, but it didn't last very long.
I have no recollection of what that was.
I remember what it was. Your now husband, had left you for Valentine's Day, so you had just broken up with your other boyfriend. Your now husband, you had just started dating, and he was very obsessed with you. And at first you were like,
obviously, I would never date anybody that wasn't obsessed with me.
right, but you were, like, pretending not to be into it. And then he left you a bunch of, like, notes around the house on, like, reasons why he loved you. But there was, like, a ton of them.
Yeah, that tracks.
And I said it was creepy, and you said that it was fucked up and that I should be happy for you. And I was like, I'm just going off the tone you're setting here, which was...
I don't remember that at
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Oh, he wrote 100 of them because of 100 reasons, or what? He read it in like a divorce book.
No, it was a notebook.
It's something
It
strange.
wasn't a divorce book.
But he did read a book on divorce, I'm pretty sure.
When you guys broke up briefly.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him about
I remember
that.
this.
I remember it. If I remember it, it's true.
He was, I mean, to be fair, he was like in a really dark place when we broke up.
Yeah, he thought you got divorced. You were not together.
We weren't married.
You were not married.
Right,
No,
that's why it was so funny.
Yeah, he was. Well, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I went out like on a date while we were broken up, and I came back the next day in the same clothes, and we were living in the dorms, and I got out of a cab at like 8 a.m. in full, like as Adele says, like full fucking glam. So not only was my husband...
The father of your child.
Not only was my husband, future husband, standing out there, so were his parents.
That's
whom,
awesome.
at the time, I had never met, luckily. So, yeah.
I like that. You know what? That should happen to everyone in college.
I agree. I mean, definitely. So, yeah, friendships, no spats.
Yeah, not real ones.
Not real ones. And, yeah, we have spent a lot of the time together doing the things that people don't want to admit to doing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You guys make me try some fucked up foods.
Okay, I think fucked up is a really strong word to use for... Like,
okay.
What's the worst... Okay, yeah, I want to hear it. What was the fucked up food we made you eat?
Oh, the McDonald's holiday pie.
Okay, that... No. Mm-mm.
That was good.
It was not.
It was not.
No, it was not. But
I
also,
lied about it being bad. It was fucking good.
Yeah, you yourself said it tasted like a wet sock that had dried a
But
little.
she likes that.
Well, it was good. It had flavor. Flavorful sock.
Flavorful sauce.
I maintain what I said. It was terrible.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But, I mean, I don't think we've, like... No one forced you to eat that.
Yeah, I'll concede. That's true. I did take a bite of my own volition.
And we didn't know. I mean, I requested apple pies. My husband brought those home. And that's going to be hard. That's going to be a hard habit to break.
It's going to be hard, yeah. It feels weird.
That feels weird. That's going to be hard. Because I don't call him my husband.
Well, you're going to have to now.
Yeah. Oof.
You're a mother.
Don't do that. So as an intro, I am a mother to a child.
Gillian.
Gillian is not his legal name. Gillian is a nickname we've decided based on a childhood compadre of mine. And yeah, my child's name is not Gillian.
Your little boy Gillian.
little boy Gil.
Mommy's little boy.
Mommy's little boy.
Special boy. You're a boy, mama.
Okay. So yeah, as a little bit about me is the highest compliment someone can pay to me is, wow, I didn't expect you to be a mom.
Yeah, you don't identify as a mother.
I don't identify as a mother. That's right. I don't. I'm not a mother. I'm a parent. God damn it.
It does not define you.
You're right.
I respect it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So I think that's a good thing. Like, what is the best compliment you can get?
The highest compliment someone could pay me. That's tough. That's a tough question because I like compliments.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like compliments?
I like being complimented regularly.
I need constant and direct attention.
Yeah.
It makes me want to die.
Oh.
I don't want attention at all. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't compliment me. Don't speak to me.
Yeah.
That's why you're talking to the masses. Yes. They're not talking to you.
I can't see them. I don't have. They're none of my business.
People are none of my business.
No, whoever's listening is none of my business.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
You are also a very good secret keeper.
Oh, a vault, if you will.
You are a vault. I mean, I trust both of you implicitly, but like you have things that I can't imagine.
And I will forget. So that's why I'm a good vault.
Yes.
My brain cannot hold many things.
I can keep a secret, but I'll never forget.
I'm honestly trying to think. Maybe just someone complimenting that, like, I'm not cold and not intimidating, because that's what I get all the time. As a Capricorn sun, Aquarius moon, Scorpio rising, astrology girlies, I get that quite often. So I like when someone's like, oh, like, you're, like, not what I thought you were. I'm like, I know. I just have a weird mask on, and I don't know what it's doing. It's none of my business.
That is a good one.
Fun fact about my big three is that somebody, and I don't know if either of you know this, but somebody did like a mock big three of Wednesday Addams, and it is the exact big three that I have. Capricorn
so
sun,
funny.
Aquarius moon, Scorpio rising. So I'm like, it's not even my fault.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, that's so interesting.
I also feel like you're the most like in touch with people, which is also really funny.
That's the Aquarius.
Yeah.
And animals. Yeah. Your weird dogs love me.
Yeah, my weird dogs do love you. Yeah. They really do. They know.
I'm like, I don't know.
That's so funny. You didn't ask for that.
I didn't ask for that. No. As a cat, want to be a mother.
Yeah.
It's a future cat mom.
A future cat mom, yes.
So come up with your compliment.
Okay, that's hard. I think the best compliment someone could give me would be to say, like, you made me feel really seen.
okay.
I had someone at work say that to me, a client.
A client?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
I don't know if
like
it's that verbatim.
heard, seen, whatever, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember feeling like, yeah, that was a really good compliment.
That is a good compliment. Yeah.
And I don't know how that fits into my big three, which is Virgo sun, Pisces moon, and Sagittarius rising. So I have a lot of feelings, and I think I'm always right.
What am I?
And I am always right.
Astrology girlies, leave it in the comments if you have any clue, because we're not experts.
No.
Yeah, I know. We have a massive audience, so
For
weigh in.
our devoted listener.
For our listeners, for our trash pandas.
Trash panda.
Am I think
right
I'm
in.
Sag, Taurus.
You're definitely a double Sag. I just don't remember how.
That tracks.
Yeah,
Taurus
I'm
seems
either-
like the right.
I'm either Sag, Taurus, Sag, or Sag, Taurus.
Which is crazy because that's double fire. So that's why your confidence is through the roof, and you cannot be told that anything bad.
Yeah, nothing.
You will never believe it.
Nothing will rock your confidence.
Nothing
No,
rocks my
you cannot be rocked.
I love that for you.
Thank you. I mean, getting laid off was rough. But then I also took your advice to heart really aggressively when I got laid off, which was like, this is happening to you and you just have to deal with it. And I laid in bed a lot, and that's okay.
Yeah. No,
Bed rot.
I meant it. Like,
I rotted.
because like you can either like let it ruin your life, or you can just like decide that it won't.
I'm also just, again, decided I just don't want to. This is, again, why we're doing this podcast, because I don't want to go to a job anymore. I like working, but not like that.
No, yeah, I feel that. We're creatives. We've been over this. We're creatives.
Yeah.
You know, like nothing can prepare you for the bullshit of the workforce.
Oh, dude. And I feel like it's only getting worse. I feel like it's getting worse because I feel like, especially...
People are so antisocial now. They like don't know how to interact with others. It's
Correct.
really weird.
Yeah, and it's also the sense of, I think the self-importance has gotten really high.
For everybody?
I don't know. I don't know if this is because, like, we work in marketing, right? And
A lot of
it just feels like there's so much that, like, none of this matters.
Yeah.
And we're all talking about it like it's the end of the world. Mm-hmm. Or that, like, if this, like, thing doesn't get done, it's such a big deal. And I also think, you know, our parent company is going through, like, a big merger. I'm like, how many marketing agencies does the world really need?
Yeah.
How many, like, do we really need this many people doing this type of work in the world? Like, I just don't think that that's necessary.
Yeah, and it's like, like we're not, like, and I believe strongly that, like, writing matters and words matter and, like, that is really important, but, like, the amount of times that, like, my job is doing that versus what you described.
Yeah, like a lot of bullshit that doesn't actually matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rewarding stuff is
few and far between.
Sprinkled in amidst the
yeah,
bullshit.
like this, like, icon is too large. What will we do? And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
nobody cares.
Nobody
that's
cares.
Going on the website to purchase something.
Well, I just feel like I work with
There's no heart in a cooler.
No, there's no heart and cooler.
None of us are working those types of jobs.
Nobody's working that type of job. And I just see so many people that are younger than us or even significantly, like, older, like, at the end of their careers. And the emotional investment in this work is just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think you've helped me really with that perspective.
Thank
like,
you.
And it's really, yeah, like, I think there's so much work that I've done that I'm so proud of and I think is so important that I just, like, love and, like, believe that I'm, like, meant to do. But then, like, there's just, like, so much crap. And I'm like, you know, I had a coworker who was telling me, like, she got let go from our previous firm that I used to work at, and she was like, I felt so stupid, like, blah, blah. And I was like, you cannot let this make you feel stupid. Like, it is just, like, not fair to you.
This is not it.
And she's not a stupid person. She's so smart and so kind and so great. And, like, I was just like, you cannot let this and, like, this person in particular, like, make you feel like you are stupid. Like, that, it's just, like, not right.
Oh, yeah. And
it's
also,
just not right.
There are so many stupid people in this world, and it's so many varying levels, and there are so many of them employed.
Oh, yeah.
So many of them
Oh,
employed.
yeah.
Somebody
at the top.
And so
I'll say it.
many at the top.
Yeah.
that make 4 times their salary.
Yeah. And that's, you know what? Fine.
Yeah, whatever. Like, what am I going to do about it?
It's like and it's just their special interest.
Yeah, like, I can't let that bother me. That's, like, part of my 2025 resolutions is, like, I've spent so much of my life just so stressed out.
Yeah.
And what for?
Yeah.
Has it ever served me? Not most of the time, no.
No.
Most of the time, it really has not.
And that's what Feral Trash Night is about.
That's right. Getting back to our roots.
Yeah.
Leaning in to our feral behaviors. And impulses. Indulgences.
That's why we're here.
That's right.
So this is a night to indulge, and it's a night to talk truths.
Absolutely. And
And most truths are going to be about our favorite trashy shows.
The trash we're ingesting.
That's right. Yeah.
So, TV, books, and you know what? We have trash and we have treasure. I would also like to dedicate trash and treasure, which brings me to our next segment, which is titled...
Our first fucking segment.
Our first segment. Well, I was going to say...
Do I still have lipstick on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just a lovely little tint. It's really pretty.
Cool.
You're a pretty girl. The prettiest
so pretty. The prettiest
I'm so hot.
Just in all the castles and all
I did
the
so
land.
good for all the men of the castle, and they want.
This is going to happen a lot for all of our dedicated listeners.
They want to hear.
Everybody.
Nobody wants
to
this.
see you dance.
This. Shut up.
I want it. I do. I do.
All right, folks, we're heading back into our first segment, which is
Trash and treasure.
Trash and treasure.
I didn't really need to dive into the mic like that, but I got excited.
Trash and treasure.
I would like to start. I have some treasure. I watched Nosferatu, and I saw it in theaters. It's not streaming right now, so, like, obviously I saw it in theaters. It is my new favorite movie. It truly may have knocked my favorite movie out of the top spot. Like, I love...
What did it knock out?
Well, I'm saying maybe, because, like, there's three.
What is it? Okay, what is it on the cusp of knocking out?
Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh,
which is my favorite
wow,
movie.
that's like a strong movie.
Yeah, excellent. I mean, my top three are all equal, so I don't want to say like one favorite. You know what I mean?
I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, it rocks! It's so
you'll
love
it. Yeah, you're gonna love it. It's freaky.
I have to go back to my gross vampire.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Bill Skarsgård. What is it? Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, and
another lobster suit.
We'll share that with our listeners one of these days.
Should we explain what lobster suit is?
I think lobster suit should be like that has been a running joke for us for 20 years.
Stop that. We'll hang on to it.
Woof.
You know, we look young, so it's
it hasn't
okay
been that
to
long,
age ourselves.
But I think it's probably like 16.
Dude, it's
I'm
close.
proud to be in my 30s. My 20s were a mess. I was a scary mess.
Oh, dude, I fucking love my 30s.
I do too.
20s suck. Sorry, all you 20-year-olds, but 30s are way better.
It gets better.
No, take it from us. Anyway, Nosferatu. Excellent gothic horror, peak vampire movie. Just peak gothic love story. It was so perfectly kept to the, like, original vampire story. Like, it was so dark and, like, classic and cool.
Is it in black and white?
No.
Okay.
The original is.
Well, yeah, but this one is...
This was not.
Okay.
And it was just all the actors, all the performances.
Like, the roles were well done.
Everybody hit it out of the park. I loved every single second of it. I cannot get enough. I will go see it probably 4 more times at least. Like, as many times as I can justify. And I also just want to say, like, it brings me back to trash, you know, for trash and treasure. And it just, the contrast between this and the last vampire movie I saw, which was Twilight. Oh my God. Like, we have strayed so far. Like, Twilight is so nuts. And, like, I forget how nuts it is.
Dude,
it is so crazy.
It's
and,
nuts.
Like, it's nuts. And, like,
I just want to take a moment to thank the podcast that also sort of inspired our podcast.
My hero...
More treasure.
The best podcast on the internet, I would say.
For now.
Passages with Robbie and Amanda. I've also been a Wine and Crime stan since they launched their first episode, and Amanda is a host of Wine and Crime and Passages. And I just want to say shout out to you, Amanda, my queen. You are my inspiration. So funny. I also made you guys listen to Passages, the Twilight.
Yeah. Oh, I've listened to that season twice. Oh my God. The amount of, like,
Susica!
Inescapable jeans is what killed me. I was laughing out loud going on a walk.
Inevitable jeans.
Inevitable
jeans. Is it inevitable or inescapable?
It's inevitable.
I think it's inevitable jeans.
It's inevitable jeans. But
Oh my God.
So Nosferatu versus Edward Cullen. Very different vibes is what I'm saying.
And like Nosferatu.
Does he sparkle?
No, he's like rotten and dead and has like sores all over and like long creepy nails and like a real vampire.
Okay, honest question. Is he still hot?
No, and that's like the point. He's a monster. Like she can't help but being.
It's not like a Beauty and the Beast. Like
he's not like a little bit hot.
He's not like a little bit hot.
There are notes of Beauty and the Beast.
You're picking
like
up.
you could like see it.
You're like, you know what? I'm kind of into
Maybe
that.
he was hot before the vampire.
Right.
No, I don't think that's like the. No.
Okay.
I don't think that argument could be made. I mean, look, people are into all sorts of things.
That's
but like,
fair.
No
judgment here.
I just like, he's very much a monster, which is the point. Like, she can't help their connection. Like
the Phantom.
It's not just like, I saw this boy in the cafeteria. Like, it's this dark monster who's invading her dreams and like ruining her life. And like, he's gross and he's dead. Like, it's not
Sounds like many of my exes.
Yeah, but none of them were as cool. Like,
Period.
Like, at least this was cool.
So you like him as a love interest. Like, as
love interest is wrong. Like, he's not a love interest. He is a monster who has possessed her.
But you're like rooting for him.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the point. Like, you're not. You're rooting for the story to get resolved and for them to, like, meet back up again. Like, that's, kind of part of it. But you're not like, oh, I hope Lily Rose Depp ends up with Nosferatu. Okay. Like, it's not like that.
Okay.
So
does it follow the original?
Yes, and that's another reason why it's so good. Like, you see him, like, his shadow, and he has the long nails and, like, the it is just excellent. It is just magnificent. I can't wait to watch it 100 more times. And I like that it came out in January, like a very dark, gray time, and like it's, set in the winter in Germany.
Like you're coming out of that theater in the dark. No matter what time you see it.
Yeah, if you're seeing it in Michigan, that's a real possibility. Yeah. And I just love it. The costumes were perfect. I mean, just like perfectly, that's a whole like part of it too. Like everything is so...
Who directed it again?
Robert Eggers. And Christopher Columbus, who did Harry Potter, was also a producer.
I have no...
Did you say Christopher Columbus?
Chris Columbus,
Who sailed the ocean blue? 1492?
No, he's no hero.
He's still alive? Goddamn.
Unlike the Harry Potter director, Chris Columbus, which thank you for your work.
They had the same director for all of them?
No, I don't know which ones he did. He's to cut one this, of the... I think he did the first one.
Okay.
I couldn't say, if my boyfriend's listening to this, he's going to be like yelling in his headphones. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. You yell.
You know what?
What's his laptop called?
I love your passion, babe. What'd you say?
What's his laptop called?
It's his emotional support hard drive. It goes everywhere with us. Sometimes, largely, we never have to use it. But it comes with us everywhere we go, every trip. Because it has everything on it. Like every movie you could want.
That's a funny one. That's like a fun little like note. Like that's just like
his emotional support hard drive. Yeah. He started calling it that too.
No, I just like love the fact that like I like weird men.
Yeah.
We know.
Okay, take it easy. You have no space to speak to me about my taste.
My exes might be the worst.
Sorry. If we're going by volume, yes.
Ooh.
I do have a few that I think would, if we made a bracket, could get pretty far, but I think yours would ultimately win.
100%.
I think, I'm going to say, I think yours are weirder and worse.
The most diverse.
Yes, in like a really unusual way.
I like weirdos.
You love the weirdos.
I love crazy people. I love people that should be in an institution.
Yeah. Whereas like yours are just like awful in their own way.
Yeah.
So like I can see I could see that like there's definitely a percentage of your ex, like there's other men out there like that. Yeah. Yours are one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yours are snowflakes.
Nothing makes sense. They're all different.
No, they're all different. There's no pattern.
No.
There's also no like
there's no consistency.
No consistency.
Other than tall. Except one.
Yeah.
They're all big they're boys.
All, and like, but like they're all so differently weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also not in just your collection, just from like people in general.
Yeah, of the human race.
Of the human race.
Yeah.
Whereas like yours.
Mine's like, of the ones who suck, which is a majority, I would say.
I think not all at most, if it's an ex, they suck.
I don't agree with that.
No, some of them are.
Yeah, like
we
there
just
are
didn't
some
work
that I'm
out.
like, oh, you're cool, and I wish you well.
See, then
like,
I don't consider that like an ex. I consider that like a.
What?
I guess I don't have a lot of dating history. Let's be honest. I got married very young.
child bride.
I was a child bride at 25.
Your brain had just developed.
So does anybody else, do you have any other treasures we want to talk about?
That's what you guys, trash and treasure. I did.
Speaking of treasure, I'm going to take another one of these.
I don't know if I understand this segment. What is the purpose?
We had a
It's
whole
like to
discussion
share.
about
Yeah, we have literally notes on this segment.
it is
Trash we're enjoying.
Yeah.
or trash we're not enjoying,
Or things that are treasures that are not trash. Like, we also want to share things that are not, like, that.
I was gonna say we can talk about Wicked.
Oh, we can talk about
treasure.
Wicked. But treasure.
Trash or treasure.
I'm a convert.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
I didn't think I was going to like it, and I really enjoyed it. I think it was really a triumph for cinema. And the reason I say that is because it really just has, it's so, you can so tell that it's as realistic as possible.
They built everything.
All those flowers, like they planted like a
billions.
gazillion flowers.
And
Yeah,
not
Billions.
even just like, you can tell it just feels like those movies that you watch
that are real.
that just take you to a place.
yeah. They built a world.
They built a
and
train. They built
you don't
everything.
See, and I think, when you think about a
how I
movie
feel
like
about Nosferatu as well.
right,
They
well, that's what I was going to
built a
say.
world, yeah.
They built a world, but I think with a movie compared to Nosferatu versus like a Wicked, the scale of it is so different, right? So like the scale of Wicked is very large.
There was no
Yeah.
budget. The budget does not exist.
Right. Yeah, and I think that like it also just has so much like, not that Nosferatu doesn't have like lore behind it, but like
the most lore.
the most lore.
Vampires.
The
It's
eldest
the
lore.
loriest lore that
Lori,
ever
The Lord, the hardest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
But I think Wicked had just like a really
Movie magic.
Yeah, it was movie magic. And I think those types of films we see more often. Like the style in Nosferatu, like darker, grittier films, I think are almost, not always, but are more often in that category of cinema. Whereas I feel like musicals and like sort of this type of thing we haven't seen done this way in a long time.
Not this way.
Not this
Not
way,
without
no.
CGI
Not in a
garbage.
long time. Yeah.
Not a long time. Like,
And I know what to expect. I mean, I've seen the show a bazillion times. I've seen the original cast in New York when I was 18. And I was just, it took my breath away. I'm like, I knew every word to every song, everything. And I'm just like, I had a religious experience.
and I feel like the movie brought you back to that feeling.
Yeah, like I've seen it for the first time.
Yeah, like you were seeing it for the first time. And we watched it on New Year's Eve.
You did.
Yeah, we did like the
Yes,
New Year's.
it came out surprise.
Yeah, it came out, and so
that's
we
so nice.
we rented it, and because I wanted my husband to watch it, and
What about Gillian?
no, Gillian?
Gillian was asleep.
Gillian was asleep. We had a fake New Year's Eve for Gillian.
Oh,
So we
that's so
we
cute.
did like we got it
Aw.
up like a fake video. We changed all the clocks in the house to midnight, and then we like put him to bed at like 8:30.
Oh, that's so cute.
You know,
love
I
that.
can't take credit for it. It's like all over like social media,
Mom talk.
yeah, all over the mom stuff, the mommy things. But I think
Momstagram?
mama, I'm a mama,
Mama
Mummy.
bear.
Mummy.
mama. Yeah. So like it was all over, and we hadn't done it. I think for Gillian in particular, he's 5, but he has been surprisingly easy to like kind of lie to still.
Trick.
He's a boy.
Like, yeah, like he's just now, I feel like, getting out of that like
Oh yeah, you gotta milk that until you can't.
yeah, right. And so like I'm not doing any of that elf on a self shit. Like
No,
I'm not I'm like, do you want to bake cookies? He's like, no. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? So there's just like there's not a lot of tradition coming through in a lot of ways. So those types of like, what we are trying to do with him is just trying to figure out the things that like make us happy as a family
Yeah, I love that.
versus, falling into those traditional items.
Elf on a Shelf, like
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I have so many strong feelings
yeah,
about
it's
Elf on a
like
Shelf.
what is this surveillance state that we are?
I hate it.
I
setting
feel like
up?
a
It is
hot
so
take should be
weird.
a section. Like, or a segment.
Ooh,
Hot takes.
a hot take. Yeah.
trash takes.
Hot trash takes. I mean, let's fucking dive into it. I fucking hate Elf on a Shelf.
I think that's reasonable and right. Like, it's weird. Why is it taking off too? Like, I don't get why people like it so much. Like, it's just so people can like control their kids and tell them what to do, right? Like,
I think there's
like the elf's always watching. Like, we always had Santa.
Yeah, I thought Santa was supposed to do that.
Yeah, right. Well, Santa's just lazy, basically. But I think there's two camps. I think there's two camps for Elf on a Shelf, and there's the group of parents that do Elf on a Shelf because they like and they follow it to a T. And it's like Santa's watching you, and your elf is going to report back. And then I think there's the parents that are
there's a narc
in the house.
Why would you want that?
Right. And then I think the other camp are people that like feel like bad parents if they don't do it.
Oh, but why?
Because all the other parents are doing it, or all the other kids are like, oh, my elf's name is asshole. You know what I mean? And then they go to school and talk about it. And then the kid comes home and is like, why don't I have an elf on the shelf?
But like, why would you like let that feel like you can just do something else?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
No, not you. I mean, like as a non-parent, I'm criticizing the parents.
Yeah, obviously,
which people
you
will
wouldn't
love.
Get it?
Yeah, I'll never understand. But like, also, why would that? I mean, couldn't you just do another tradition? It's not like that's a real thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is that?
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, I think it's becoming a thing, and I think the children encourage it. Blah blah blah. But there's also the other side to it that is not related to the child, and it's related to the like.
Surveillance state.
No, it's related. It's related to the like amount of pressure that this generation puts on parents.
Oh yeah.
Like, are you telling me that I have to every night try to make a prank with this elf?
You're busy.
To get him to behave.
I don't want to do this in my free time. And then if I don't do it, I'm like, I just think it's one of those things that it's just, why am I can't set myself up for success for an elf on the shelf. So I'm not putting myself in a situation where I'm like a shitty parent to him or in my own mind.
No, also.
Not in the mood.
It's funny that you say that 'cause my mom was just talking about that. Like, our neighborhood does, like, in the fall, the neighborhood I grew up in where my parents still live, like, they do an annual, they call it a corn roast, which is like the most Midwestern thing. Like, we would just go to one house in the neighborhood, and like, there weren't like the dads would play like volleyball. I remember because one house in the neighborhood, like, they would do it kind of regularly because they had like a court. Yeah. But like, other times, like, people just like drank and hung out, and we played like kick the can and like hide and seek. Like, it was very not structured and just like a hangout. Now my mom is talking about it. She's like, yeah, and they have like a bounce house, and like people like bring all these games for kids, and it's BYOB, and like the kids have to be so entertained. And like, she's like, we just brought you over, and you like, I don't know, played hide and seek, played kick the can, played like yard games. Like, there wasn't like all these structured games for the kids. Like, there's this like demand of entertaining kids, and it's like, kids aren't bored these days. And like, I think that's, I mean, whatever, I'm not a psychologist, but I just feel like that's like bad for their brains. Like,
oh no, there's like a whole movement right now about how it's good for kids to be bored.
Right.
And like, the problem is that you're telling that to parents, including myself.
I wouldn't understand. We wouldn't understand.
I hate being bored. So like, I crave to be entertained.
It's not good for our neurodivergent brains to be bored.
No, yeah. So like, it's one of those things.
But we also didn't grow up with phones or tablets, so like we entertained ourselves with crafts or going outside. We were in the trees.
Creative, yeah. I don't know.
But now it's like,
I was in the trees.
So my hot take is that the elf on the shelf
loved the trees.
is not only weird in general, it's also a reflection of the current state of millennial parenting.
No, I agree with you. Like, that, everything you said makes so much sense.
Thank you. Yes, because I am a mother.
And that's, yeah, well, it's funny. That's what my mom said. She's like, parents just, like, feel the need to just, like, there's so much, they put so much pressure on, like, entertaining their kids. And, like, sometimes, like, go outside. Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
touch grass.
They sell special iPad cases with straps for kids to take to restaurants.
That's disgusting. Sorry. I mean, look, whatever. Like, I get it. Like, sometimes... Like, and again, if you don't have, like, if your kid is neurodivergent, for example, and, like, that calms them down. Like, I don't want to, like, be dismissive of that, but just, like, in general, like, your kid doesn't need to wear an iPad around their neck. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a parent.
No,
like,
hold on. Listen to me. As a neurodivergent child, I was diagnosed as a child an OG neurodivergent. And I say that because
That's huge in the 90s.
I was a female child that was diagnosed. Okay, that's how obvious it was.
Yeah.
And
that's saying big. Something.
Yeah.
We didn't have iPads. We also didn't have treatment. There was no treatment, so I was just out here.
Parents just opted out, which is what happened to me.
I mean, all there was Ritalin, and that's scary as a parent to give someone a drug they know nothing about. and it sounds scary. I mean,
To, like, dull your child down.
exactly, to dull my sparkle, which is like what, and
now we're
medication
all, like,
does.
we need to dull some of it.
I'm
let's
like,
be
for God's
fair.
sake, you gotta dull some of it because I can't be in the office like, like going nuts. But yeah, so we had coloring books. My mom brought us toys. She brought us coloring books.
Yeah, like,
books.
you just
We read all the time.
I just
I'm
have to,
always
I just have
coloring.
to entertain him, and like, I will let him watch TV on my phone when we're in show. Like, you guys have gone out with us, but like, the reason my child behaves in a restaurant is because I have taken him to a restaurant.
Oh, okay, I see.
When like Gillian was really little, and you guys remember, we would take him out with us all the time.
Yeah.
And I never stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And
Except for COVID, let's be very clear.
Well, yeah.
You followed the rules.
Yeah, we followed the rules. We wore masks and all that fun stuff. We wore masks.
I wore the masks.
Wore the mask. I do declare. I wore the mask.
I wore my mask.
I wore my mask.
In that restaurant, I did so.
Now, I do understand it is quite an inconvenience when you are sitting down for a lovely
How
meal.
can you breathe?
But I do declare it to be quite infuriating when I am trying to converse. I'm sorry, is it too early to introduce
No, I think this is the right
Jasper
time.
Ely? I want to clarify, this is not us glorifying a Confederate leader. This is us being shocked to learn that Jasper from Twilight, one of the foster children was a Confederate general, and everyone is just like cool with that, and then they just like send him to public school. Like, this man is a menace to society. Like, should face trial for his war crimes, and they're just like, he met this girl who's kind of like a fairy, and now he's our brother. Like,
He met this witch who bewitched him in the woods.
Yeah.
Made him do bad things.
oh, that's right. I forgot all about that part of the plot. Well, good.
Well, she was a vampire
Is that
witch.
if that's not
Yeah.
is that in the movies? Or?
Yes, and good.
She is.
Hopefully,
I think there was two of them.
What,
two
and
witches.
heroes.
Two witches.
If they,
That's
vampire
right, they
witches.
Do. Yeah, they do that scene.
Because, everyone was a witch back then.
You're a hero if you kill a Confederate general, in my eyes. Hero.
true.
Let's award her a medal. Let's find her. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Back to the plot.
Back to the plot.
You took your child out to dinner.
And like lunch, and not just anything.
Like out and about in society.
Out and about in society.
To like non-kid spaces.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I know, and there were bad days. Now in kindergarten, like, we take him to restaurants we don't need. Like, I don't even have to bring in toys anymore. Like, we just figure it out.
Yeah, he behaves.
He behaves, yeah.
You also
without
have
yelling.
rules.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to be entertained as a kid, but it's just different entertainment.
I have to entertain him.
we didn't have
He's not
iPads.
sitting quietly with his hands on his lap.
Right,
Like,
of course.
Nor was I. I needed something to do.
Right,
I
yeah.
still do. I was it.
But like, we color, we coloring books is a big one, and like,
But even
Hot
over
Wheels.
Christmas, like, I'm at my husband's parents' house, and I just can't sit there for hours and converse.
I'm
like,
picking up crochet for the exact reason.
perfect. I bought a puzzle at the bookstore, and I was like, I can sit here, and it will just help me to do something if I'm sitting here for hours conversing. Like, I can listen way better if I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Still. And it's not an iPad or whatever, but it's something.
Yeah.
The summary is that should Blaze and I procreate, we will be perfect parents, just like you.
Just like me, yeah.
We're the best parents.
Yeah, and as a
I am happy to judge other parents as a non-parent.
Yeah, I hate talking shit until we, like, have kids. Like, this could go so wrong.
Dude,
I
it's
know.
a miracle that Gillian is as cute as he is.
Okay,
I
no.
talk so much shit about so many ugly babies, dude.
That's true. You did do that. But
I will not hold back on an ugly baby. That is something you need to know about me.
yeah,
That is
important.
Important. I do not hold back if a child is ugly.
No.
Like, you cannot don't put a bow on your ugly ass child.
What are they supposed to do?
I'm
Just
sorry.
Let
Is
it
that,
let it be.
It is like, I just feel like putting a bow. Like, I saw this kid the other day. Really, just like really pretty mom and like very like stylish.
They'll grow out of it. Like,
But, like,
all babies are cute.
This
Mostly.
This child just like didn't like
Didn't have it.
Just didn't have it. And like, this woman had this child like had this bow. I'm like, she has a 1/4 inch of hair. Like, the bow's not.
Oh my
like,
gosh, I think bows on little babies are cute.
I think it's fine, but like, she doesn't need a bow.
But so wait, if it's ugly, it
This
shouldn't have a bow, but if it's cute, it should.
No. This bow's sole purpose was so that people would stop asking this woman or saying to this woman, "What a cute little boy."
I mean, babies all look neutral. That's why, like, people are so, like, into, like, baby clothes. I feel like when they're that young, you like, can't tell.
I'm judging her because I'm like, if you really thought, like, you know your baby's ugly.
What is she supposed to do?
She doesn't keep the bow off. Who gives a shit if your baby's ugly? Like, babies are fucking ugly.
Maybe she thought the bow was cute.
It was not
she
cute,
probably
though.
thinks her baby's cute.
I don't think she does.
I don't think she knows. Would you know if your baby
was ugly?
I think you might. But like,
I absolutely would. I will say you do have hormones that like rage, and like there is like evidence that your brain releases so much oxytocin that you're just like, and I think like genetically there's no way.
Forget about the pain.
Forget about the pain and like forget about it so you do it again. And I also think that they're like, as much as I don't want to believe this, I have to believe now that I'm a mother that like I am biologically programmed to love that child.
Right, no, 100%.
Like, that is evolution full force. Because, and, like, I just
it's so you won't, like, throw the baby off into the woods.
When they're
like,
crying constantly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we've evolved. And I don't think everybody... I definitely didn't feel that, like, overwhelming sense of love when he was born. It, like, grew more and more and more, and it continues to do that. So I will say I was not, like... My brain didn't get enough. I like got a half dose of that oxytocin, probably because of all my mental illness.
It's very normal.
Yeah,
we're neurodivergent queens.
He's
not my child, but I would murder someone for him.
Same.
100%.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, with pleasure.
Yeah, good.
Glee.
Thank you. Same.
All right, our next segment is Dumpster Dive, and this segment we have decided to pull things that would otherwise have been perhaps lost to the trash of history. So we have found some love letters from when one of our partners was in high school, a box of love letters, and we're changing names, we're changing identifiable context, and we thought they would be fun to read. And we are not judging anyone in this scenario. We will also be switching things up a little bit, and we'll have more things that we have pulled out of the dumpster. We'll probably do Blaze's dream journals, for example, my middle and high school diaries. I think we'll probably do some literature, and by that I mean we'll probably read Twilight together and do that eventually. Listeners, audience, if you have any ideas, let us know.
Or any old literature laying around.
Any materials you'd like to submit for Dumpster Dive, we're certainly open.
We'll read live on the air.
I'm gonna kick it over to you, Brianna. You take it away.
Yep. So one of our partners, their mom found an entire box full of handwritten love notes from high school. And this was how you wrote before there was, for our Gen Z listeners, this is how you, like, wrote to the person you liked or your friend, whatever. You couldn't text them.
Yeah. We didn't have phones in class.
Yeah. This is ruled paper I'm holding. Yeah. Literally vintage.
Yeah. Also, like, we had access to cell phones, but, like, we weren't allowed to just, like, have them in class and text each other.
No.
Yeah,
and if you had a cell phone in high school, you were, like, kind of rich, too, I feel like.
Because I got one freshman year of high school. But, like, I didn't have texting on it.
Oh, no. I mean, texting was, like, you paid for every text you sent. And if you, like, did too many, your parents would yell at you.
Yeah, and then sophomore year
this was the poor person's way of...
We still sent notes, too. Like, it was nice to, like, get a note in your locker. It was nice to get a note in your bag.
Now, when you think of notes and you think of texting, you think of back and forth conversation. And I think the best part about what we're talking about here is that every single, and that's why we're calling them letters and really not notes, is because this is not a conversation that we're going to be reading on the podcast here. These are really more of a teenage girl's stream of consciousness.
Yeah, and the significant other in question, like, did not often write back.
No, correct. There was no writing back. There's no conversation
for the most part
in these notes. And they are, I have to give this girl credit because I don't think that there's any one of us in this room that did not write like this at some point in our lives.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is like...
I want to be clear also, like, we're not judging this girl.
No.
Like, these are funny because, like, this is how we all thought in high school. Like, we all, like, For the most part. Like, you know, there's some stuff in there where I'm like, well,
also
okay, I
so
can't relate
funny
to that,
because
but
it's one of our partners.
yeah,
We're
exactly.
judging the man here,
Okay?
okay?
Always.
And
first
the
of
way
all.
that he made these women feel.
Yeah, there's also other women that have written letters.
multiple
that are in
women,
this box. 90% of them are from his long-term high school girlfriend.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna basically, I mean, this is years worth of letters. Years.
I also want to make it clear, like, this segment, we're not gonna just like read these letters. Like, we will also be diving into other things that
Like
have been
your
rescued
diary?
from the trash. Yeah, like my journals. Like, we're not, like, I'm not above criticism. Like, if we're gonna read someone else's shit, like,
Yeah.
we're reading mine too.
We have 2 letters, so I'm gonna ask you guys. I've picked 2.
Should we give her a name?
Bella.
Oh my God.
And we will call this man Edward. Edward. Hey, hun, I'm not mad at you, really. My dad is still being a huge jerk. I'm so frustrated, and my mom is being stupid about tomorrow, too. Ah! I really want to go somewhere with you. You are mean. Michael isn't gay. He's just hyper. Really hyper. I would have given you a hug, but one of my cheerleaders, in quotation marks, was there, and she would have told my coach in a heartbeat. We get 4 demerits if we get caught, like, hanging all over a man, crossed out, boy, underlined. Holding hands, in parentheses, Ashley said, is fine. She was looking at this girl the whole time. She was saying this because she's always all over her boyfriend. Slut. JK. Actually, she is. And this girl was staring at me. I said, boo! She walked away. The deal with my dad is you're a junior, and he kind of trips. I hate it. He's way too protective of me. I'm not stupid. I wouldn't do anything wrong. I'm really not sure if he trusts me. Oh well, I'll still talk to you and continue liking you. Today I just want to fall into your arms and cry. When I was talking to you on the phone, I was very out of it. I was half asleep and confused. I was going to start crying, but not on the phone. Well, at least I didn't want to. Oh, I love this song, Kryptonite by 3 Doors Down. I know what you can get me for Christmas. An Edge shirt. Not an ugly one, though. T-shirt, adult large. I'm so greedy. I need some ideas for you. Not too expensive. I'm poor. I gotta fly. Love you, bye. Love always, Bella. All right. Shout out to you, girl. I think it's bold and brave to put yourself out here like this. She's giving us so much.
So I am going to read a letter, and I'm going to do my best to change names.
Edward and Bella.
I know, but we do have a reoccurring character here.
Yeah, I changed other names.
No, I know, but this person also wrote letters to Edward.
Alice.
Okay, great. Okay.
His sister. / lover.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Hey, sweetie, why are you so overprotective when it comes to Jim? I don't like him at all. Well, I don't really like you talking to Alice, but I don't yell at you if you do. Do you still have any feelings for her? I've been wondering that since the day we met. I just haven't had the guts to ask you. I haven't asked you because I figured that you would get mad at me for asking. I'm sorry, but I want to know. The closer prom gets, the more worried I get. I'm worried because I don't want you to go with her because I feel like she'll try to get you back. I don't know what I'd do if you'd ever break up with me. I'd be depressed for a long while. I never want to lose you. It's spelled loose. So I gotta take a pause here. I see so many people spell lose
it's
as
unacceptable.
loose.
Stop it.
I see it so often that it makes me feel like I'm the dumb one.
No, it makes me angry. You are an adult. You should know. You should know there, and there. Lose and loose.
Don't let them gaslight you.
Yeah.
We have phones in our pockets.
I hate this. Okay. I really hope you feel the same way. I feel so close to you. I just absolutely adore you. Your sense of humor is great. It doesn't even upset me. Your smile is so cute. I love the way you always make me so happy and you treat me like a princess. And then in football, your butt looks so cute in those pants. You're not the only one that looks at butts. You can always find the way to cheer me up when I'm upset or mad. I wish I could let you hold me forever, but I can't. I just basically love being your girlfriend. I'm so lucky to be with you. You are just the best guy. You are the only boyfriend that I'll ever have that I can trust and that actually treats me like it matters. You are like so special to me. Oh, this one got really cute. Damn it. I wouldn't have ever thought that we'd be together right now during football season. I thought that you would never even give me the time of day. I gotta fly. Love you. I love you so much. XOXO, Bella.
That's a pretty good one.
It was a good one. It was a really good one.
Damn, it ended beautifully.
It really did.
I feel very connected to Bella. I loved a love letter in high school. I wrote a few. Not many, but a few.
I burned all of mine.
You burned them.
Yeah, you guys know, I had a high school sweetheart, and we broke up three times in like 6 months right at the end. And so yeah,
high school. Yeah,
it was very high school. Actually, we were in college. We never broke up in high school. We broke up in college, which is like, when high school sweethearts.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I broke
up.
up.
High school sweethearts should break up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some of you out there.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some of you out there who are the exception to the rule, but...
Well, there's exceptions to every rule.
Right, exactly. But I largely believe it's good when people spread their wings and fly.
Yeah, I agree.
So what's our wrap-up? We never talked about a wrap-up for the pod.
Our wrap-up is what show we're going to watch tonight and what we're going to eat for Feral Trash Night.
Oh, yeah.
Our wrap-up is talking about what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Right? Don't we like that?
Yeah.
Now let's go get feral.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so what are we watching tonight?
Dude, I did watch a few more episodes of 1,000-Pound Sisters, and it gets good.
Okay.
It does.
There's more?
There's more. Yeah, there's some really good episodes, because, like, Amanda's moving to Florida.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm. I do work hard.
Chris, we working hard.
God bless Chris. Chris is our favorite character on 1,000-Pound Sisters.
I was a little upset.
Or Amanda.
Justice for Chris.
Justice for Chris. Although I was a little upset with Chris.
Really?
When Amanda said she was moving to Florida and he was like, I don't like this at all. I was like, excuse me. Let her live. Amanda has been, like, obviously, like, they're co-captains in this family. So, like, I get it. But, like, let her live. Mm-hmm. She's allowed to move. She's a grown-ass woman.
He's just mad that it's like, kind of for, like, a man that, like, they don't know.
Which, fair.
Fair. But, like... Come on.
Like, you're not her daddy.
Yeah.
Like,
you ain't her daddy.
Nobody can tell Amanda what to do.
No one can. No.
She is an independent woman. Jasper Ely would never understand.
No.
He doesn't support independent women.
Amanda, it's like, what's that phrase? It's like, oh, what would you tell, like, a Victorian child to make them, like, pass out? What is that?
Or tell them, yeah.
Or show them, like, what would make a Victorian child pass out? And to me, it's like, what would make Jasper Ely pass out? And it's Amanda.
No, he would love her.
But that's what I mean. Like, he would be like...
Like, he would be overcome by, like... Because she's
her
pretty,
stature.
she's southern. Yeah.
Stature.
Yeah, she's pretty, she's southern, she's curvy, like...
Independent woman. He would just be... He would
the
be knocked out.
independence would bother him.
The independence would... Well, I don't know. And Alice was independent.
Well... I don't know. I can't. I don't know what goes on in Jasper Ely's brain. I'm just guessing here. I've given him an air of elegance because he's so young and a general. Like, there's no way that he would be... Like, there's no way you'd be that young and a general if you're not a Nepo baby. So he's, like, Confederate royalty. So, like, he's, like he's not, like, swamp Confederate. He's, like...
Fancy Confederate.
Like, family cashed in on the sin of... enslaving people for many years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he is, like, just a deeply evil southern boy. Like, southern Nepo baby boy.
Baby boy.
Like, he's not, like, a soldier that enlisted to, like...
Keep his farm from getting burned down.
Or just, like, yeah, like, came up from the swamp and needed money. Like, not that I'm justifying defending the, like joining the Confederacy. I just mean to say, like...
but there is a better way.
No, I'm saying, like
there is, like, if there is one winner between which way to join the Confederacy.
No, I'm saying, like, he was all in and, like, benefiting and loved it. Like, that's why he's, like, the most evil.
So, like, there is the worst way to join the Confederacy.
Yeah, if you're, like... a general because your family owns the biggest plantation in Mississippi. Like, Yeah, that to me is worse than someone who, like, lives in a swamp, didn't know slavery's real, and heard that they can, like, earn some silver by, like, picking up a gun.
Doubloons.
Yeah, like, I'm not, it's all trash, but, like, there are degrees here of evil. Yeah. Evildoers. Yeah. And Jasper Ely is among the worst of the worst.
Then he got coaxed into the woods by them witches.
I love that. I like to think that they are like, you know,
weren't they also like, weren't they part of the tribe? Like,
no, I don't think they were indigenous. They were Spanish.
Oh, they were Spanish. But that all, like, does that make sense?
Inquisition?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I thought they like were Spanish.
See, I thought there was something about I thought they were indigenous people.
No, not the witches.
He could never be lured by a non-white person. Are you kidding me, Jasper Ely?
No,
walking into the woods of his own volition.
I think you're right. I think it was like Spanish. Maybe you know what? Maybe it was Mexican. Because that would make a bit more sense, like from transportation. Like, so maybe it was like indigenous Mexicans.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Well, none of this makes any sense. Okay, so tonight for Feral Trash Night, we are watching 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Yes, absolutely. There's new episodes.
And we are eating definitely some of this tortilla chips and salsa.
What do we want?
Dinner.
Oh yeah. Do we want to do like traditional Jets? I mean, that's something like that's one of our trash night our feral trash night favorites.
Feral trash night staple. I would fuck up some sushi.
Ooh, yeah. I would do some like gyoza or something like that.
Yeah. None of those are cheap.
That's true. We don't have to keep that part.
No. Feral trash night is always on a budget. Let's be honest.
Ugh. We're not always on a budget, but we should be. It's a new year. I know I need to budget.
Okay, what about Domino's?
Ew.
I know, dude, but
I just don't want pizza. I'd rather go to Chipotle.
So I could do Chipotle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can also walk there. No, we can't. No location clues.
I also don't have a jacket.
I have a jacket. Okay.
What, do you think saying we're going to walk to the Chipotle, they're going to be able to, like, figure out which Chipotle?
No. I just mean, like, we're obviously, like, people who know us, like, may feel like, I don't know. I just, why, like, even fuck with that?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah, the
Chipotle
all over the country.
Is not within walking distance of us. Repeat, we do not have a Chipotle.
We do not live near a Chipotle. We live on a farm.
Right.
And there's nothing near us.
And there's nothing near us. And it is dark all the time. Okay, we can tell them we are recording from rural Alaska.
Well, that's our show. You can follow us at Something Feral FTN on Instagram if you want to look at our beautiful faces. Or you can email us your trash can times or anything else that you would like at Something Feral Pod. And you can follow us on TikTok at Something Feral Pod until its ultimate demise. Hopefully not. The billionaires will maybe save us. I don't know. But save us.
See you next week.
Bye.